Hello everyone, hi, welcome back to my channel. This video is about how to find the perfect blazer. Now I am a minimalist, so I do not have a lot of stuff, but as a minimalist who really likes stuff, I try to find the best version of most things that I own, because once you find an item that is perfection according to your own standards, you're likely to feel really amazing every time you wear it, and it also becomes easier to not impulse shop in that same category. A blazer is such an easy way to just throw something on top of your outfit and just instantly elevate it to a chicer level. If you are a regular to my channel, you might remember my own perfect blazer hunt. I used the strategies that I'm about to introduce you to, and by the end of it, I did look for a while, but I found my perfect blazer. I have named her Jacinta and I wear her all the time. I am a blazer gal and I do have a couple of other blazers in my wardrobe, but none of them touches the level that Jacinta is on, and now that I have her, I'm much less likely to go out and be attracted to a bunch of other blazers, so maybe that will also happen to you. When it comes to find your perfect blazer, I feel like there are two parts to this process. One of them is deciding what you like, assessing what you like in a blazer, and figuring out what perfect is to you, because obviously it's going to be relative to all of us. And the next part, of course, is buying it and how to look for it. So let's go to the first part of the process. How I would go about finding the perfect blazer for my wardrobe is first I would probably decide what color it's going to be in. Now I am a cool toned person, my wardrobe is cool toned, and that means when I'm looking for something perfect to go with most of the pieces in my wardrobe, I will also be looking for something cool toned. Even if you haven't set a color scheme in stone for your wardrobe, still take a look at what do you have in your wardrobe. What pieces are you actually wearing on a day-to-day basis, or what pieces in your wardrobe is it you feel like your blazer should fit in with? Because if it's not going to fit in with the part of your wardrobe that you wear on a day-to-day basis, you're not likely to pair your blazer with it or wear it once you get it. So opt for a color that you want, but it's also versatile in terms of what you're already wearing and what it should go with. Then the next thing I like to do is get a little bit more specific. This means you have to decide what you like and what you don't like in a blazer. You want a blazer with or without shoulder pads? What kind of pockets do you like in a blazer? Do you like when it has like a shine finish or a woolly finish? Should your blazer be double or single breasted? And how cinched in can it be at the waist? Which details and added elements is it allowed to have, and how long should it be? I think the best way I like to do this is by using something that you already have in your closet. If you already have a blazer in your closet, you can sort of take that out, try it on, and then kind of get specific about what you do and do not like about it. Like if you don't get around to wearing this blazer as much as you would like to, figure out why that is. What details is it about this blazer that makes so that you're not wearing it? You can also, of course, just look at your inspiration, like for example, Pinterest, and pay attention to what you're drawn to. But I do think that it can be really helpful to try something on before we decide on what we like and what we don't like, because sometimes we have a fantasy about how things should work for us, but then when we try them on, it's just something that works for someone else or on that person we see the photo of, and it doesn't really sit well with our personal style. So something else you can do is go to like a fast fashion store and try on a couple of blazers that you're drawn to, and then assess what elements about the blazer you like. Once you have a good idea about what you like and what you don't like, and what sort of elements you're looking for in your blazer and what things would be deal breakers for you, you can start actually looking for it. When it comes to shopping, I feel we often tend to rely on taste and what we're immediately attracted to, and then we kind of often take a chance on an item and then bring it home. And it's only after that we realize whether or not that item is going to work, or if it's actually something that we're looking for. So now that you've taken the time to actually sit down and make a list of what you like and don't like, be a little bit proud of yourself, and also rest assured that chances that you're gonna find a blazer that actually works is so much higher. When it comes to looking for your perfect blazer, I actually recommend that you try looking for one secondhand. When it comes to your jackets and your blazer, I think this is one place where it would be a good idea to look for something high-end. When you're wearing a blazer, it's usually like the shell of your outfit, so it's also going to take up a lot of room. When you have something very high-end that is also very well crafted and that is usually made of natural fibers, it's just going to look better much longer, and it's going to fall beautifully in its entirety and it's less likely to pill and with short time look much less chic. I'm making this point because my favorite blazers in the past have been from fast fashion, and after not much time of wear, the piece will start pilling and seams will start to come loose. And it's just such a shame because a blazer is supposed to be a chic fit that elevates your look. And this is also not to say that you need something super high-end to have something that is well crafted, but if you're interested in trying to go that route, then there are a few brands that are really high-end, but for some reason their resale value is not as great. My Jacinta is from a high-end brand called Jill Sander, and I would have not been able to make space in my budget for a piece of this caliber had I not been looking for it secondhand. I use Vestiaire, which is an online secondhand store, and this is, by the way, not sponsored. I just really like Vestiaire and I use it a lot. It's something that I use so I can make room for pieces like this in my budget. If you go on secondhand and look for very popular brands like Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana, you know, these household names that we all know, the resale value is often a lot higher and you will end up spending still a lot. The general markdown will just be so much less. So what I like to do instead is filter these brands that are also very high-end but are a little bit more understated luxury, so they're not as sought after when you're shopping secondhand online. These brands for me are brands like Jill Sander, Loro Piana, and Max Mara, and then of course whatever brand you like you can add to that list. One of the things I like about shopping for the higher end blazers is that they're usually made from 100% natural fibers, which is really important to me. Low end blazers and also sometimes mid-range blazers are, if not made fully, then they're very often cut with polyester, and polyester does a really crappy job at keeping you both warm and cold, and that's because it doesn't regulate your body temperature very well. Polyester will also generally pick up odor much more, which most natural fibers won't. So if you have a blazer made from 100% wool with like a viscose or a silk or a cupro lining, you generally don't have to worry as much about sweating in it. You can just spray it down with a deodorizing spray and then hang it outside for a few hours and it will actually sort of clean itself. A few important things to mention about buying secondhand online, of course, is color. If you're ever in doubt about the color, whether the undertone is cool or warm, always ask before you buy. And also measurements. This is how I ensure with almost certainty that I can fit something before I actually buy it. And this was true for my perfect blazer. Take a blazer in your wardrobe that you already really like the fit of, or go try something in a fast fashion store and then take the measurements of that blazer. I had an old favorite blazer from Mango that is no longer with me, and even if I've decluttered it for other reasons, I did really like the fit of the blazer. So I measured the blazer instead of measuring myself so that I knew what measurements I liked for a blazer to have. So I knew it was going to be 43 across and 75 long, and I knew what the sleeves were gonna be like. So once I found a blazer which ticked off all the boxes that was important to me, and I could read the measurements were almost identical to that of my Mango blazer, I knew as much as I could that it would most likely be a fit once I received it, and it was. Little side note, on a site like Vestiaire, if you buy an item and in the end it ends up not being a fit, you can relist the item within, I believe it's 72 hours, and then not pay any of the fees that you normally would have to sell something on their site. So of course with secondhand you always run a risk of having to resell the item, but in general when you buy much better and less stuff, this is a risk that sometimes comes with that, and it's just how it's just part of the game of shopping for me now. Of course, you can buy your blazer wherever you want, and if you're able to go out and try a blazer before you buy it, then I feel like only the whole first part of the video applies. Just assessing what you like and making sure that it ticks off what you're looking for, so that once you've bought your perfect blazer, you don't keep looking for your actual perfect blazer because you've already found it and it fits with your wardrobe. I hope this helped, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know. It really does help out my channel. And if you're here for the first time, then consider subscribing to my channel because I make videos like this one all the time and I would love to keep you around. Thanks for watching and